Thailand.
Hey, welcome to
Hello, welcome to the PLB new launch Showflat
Tour Bus.
Tour Bus. I thought you said school bus.
Yeah, to me, my one is a school bus.
Welcome.
Today we are bringing you to a D21.
D21. Yeah.
We're going to bring you a big mega development. With me in the tour bus is Yanyan.
Yes.
My name is Wayne. I've got Bari behind. We are reaching soon. So
Correct.
this is actually along Beauty World area. I'm sure you are not, stranger to this project. This is a big mega development. It's called the Reserve Residences.
Yes, there's 732 units, and in fact, right, 95% of the units have been sold already. So I
Correct.
think the balance, there's about 31 units
31
left
units.
for you to choose from.
Right.
Yeah, correct. So we're almost there, and we can't wait to share more with you, to show you the site plan, show you the site model, and of course the show flat itself, or the interior, the layout. Yeah, so excited to share more with you.
We are reaching soon. So this is actually the show flat. It's located along
how
Upper
to,
Bukit Timah Road. So if you are driving, then you have to take note of the entrance into the car park. So there's a little sign that is right there says Reserve Residence Car Park. So
Correct.
welcome to the Reserve Residences.
Yeah.
This is the part where you turn in and you'll be greeted with the beautiful show flat. That
Yes.
interestingly I filmed 1 year ago right here as well. I'm back here again.
Is it like deja vu?
Yeah, so
Alright.
Right, so this is the show flat. Let me just go and park myself.
Park yourself.
Park my school bus.
Yes.
Cover the lens.
Cover the lens and ready.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Alright, so now we are at the show flat entrance of the Reserve Residences. This is actually a project that was done by Sino Group and Far East Organisation jointly. It's a joint development. This is a big mega show flat. I think that was launched last year. And fast forward to today, we have about 31 units left. So they are close to about 94% sold already.
Correct. It's a very exciting project because over here, right, is the first new launch in Bukit Timah area
Yes.
in over 40 years. So really exciting to, very excited to share all this with you.
So if you are driving, right, the show flat is located along Upper Bukit Timah Road. Exact address is, I think, is 100A lah. So you will notice that when you drive along the road, you will see the big Reserve Residences development. So this is where you have a car park entrance that drives in. So for drivers, I think it's pretty easy to come in over here. So you will not miss the whole entire development site because it's just right beside the link development that was already like a building pretty much in progress already.
Correct.
So this is the big site that's right
Yeah.
beside it. Once you come on in, you'll be greeted with a very grand show flat. I was here when I first filmed the opening of the show flat, and now I'm back here again. So anyway, this is the Reserve Residences. When you come in here, you can notice that it's actually a very posh, very luxe kind of like development. The moment you step in, you'll be greeted with this very grand lobby.
Yeah.
Right in front of you is the big mega site model. I think we have a
That's
lot
correct.
to share with you.
Yeah.
Just a refresh of the whole entire project effects.
Yeah, so this integrated project itself, right, it actually has 732 units, so pretty good size for sure.
Sitting on a land plot of 345,000 square feet, more than 345,000. I just round down the numbers only.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's an integrated development, right?
That's correct.
Right.
That means, right, I think a lot of times people confuse integrated development and mixed-use development. So for integrated development, right, it actually means that the residents have direct access to public transportation, like the transportation nodes. And also it does have like civic facilities. So for the Reserve Residences itself, it does have a childcare center inside and definitely linked to the mall as well.
The mall, from what I understand, is that it's going to be managed by Far East themselves. So it's not going to be like individual strata that they're going to sell it out. So they will manage the tenants, and in fact, they have already an anchor tenant in, which is cold storage.
Yeah.
That's located on level 1.
Exactly.
Right.
I think in terms of the amenities, it's definitely something that you do not need to worry about. Anytime, you need to grab your groceries, it's so easy, so convenient. I think in Singapore, the key thing, like why integrated developments is so popular among the residents is because of the convenience.
Convenience, correct. So as you step in here, I mean, of course, when you're in the Upper Bukit Timah area, so this area is definitely up and coming. There's so much more developments that's ongoing over here. Of course, Reserve Residences being the anchor development right here. So it's basically like spearheading the whole entire development of the Beauty World site, right?
Yeah, and I think the beauty about this area is that it's actually being inspired by the nature around here. Yeah, so I think in terms of like the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, Rifle Range Nature Park, all these are all within vicinity. Yeah, so even if you look at the site model itself, right, you can see that it's actually inspired by all these large greeneries in terms of the design.
Yeah, if you're a green person, you definitely love this. I mean, end of the day, you are just minutes away from the whole entire Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. You are also minutes away from the whole entire what's that? The nature,
The real corridor.
real corridor, right?
Correct,
Yes, correct. That connects all the way upwards, all the way north. Of course, you are one stop away from King Albert Park Station because King Albert Park Station will be the future Cross Island station.
Yeah.
I mean, if you were to just but you just have to pan over there. I can't possibly reach so high. But that is basically the whole entire site map of what you can see in terms of the connectivity. So I think recently there's a lot of attention into this area, in this part of Singapore. I think it's largely also because it is very convenient because of the Cross Island Line. And also because of this Cross Island Line and we call it the Cross Island Line is the blue color one, right?
No, Cross Island Line is the
green color one.
It's the green color one.
The blue color one is the
downtown
line.
Yeah,
so
so
with the downtown line, right, it is actually very convenient. That actually brings you from the
like Bukit
west
Panjang
side
area,
of Singapore
correct,
all the way down to the center part of Singapore.
like the CBD area. Yeah, and I think earlier on to add on to the King Albert Park MRT, right? So once it's ready, which is in about the second phase of this launch of the Cross Island Line, which will be approximately 2032. So once that's ready, I think you do have access to various parts of Singapore easily. So again, convenience is definitely the key. And one more thing is that you can see there's also the Turf City MRT, which is also along the Cross Island Line. So I think recently it's also announced about how the tenants have been moving out. Yeah, so the Turf City redevelopment is also something that will help to spur rejuvenation in this entire area.
Correct. So this is actually what we call the very detailed immediate location map of where Reserve Residences is. So you can see it is located right along this Upper Bukit Timah Road. In fact, your main residence entrance will be along the Jalan Anak Road, which is right over here. Of course, Reserve Residences being at this location, you'll be wondering that, hey, will the PIE be noisy? Will there be road noise? Don't worry, we'll show you the site model. And we're going to explain to you how the developer Far East has mitigated the problem. I won't really say it's a problem, right? So they have done it very beautifully. So Reserve Residences is right here. Of course, you have your future Bukit Timah community building that will be connected via an overhead bridge that the authority will build. Of course, you have your very famous Bukit Timah Market and Food Centre right over here. The link at Beauty World is what I mentioned. This is just right beside the Beauty World MRT station. So this is also another development that's up and coming. Of course, further upwards you have your Beauty World and your Beauty World Centre. So this is basically people who are very familiar with this area will know about the Bukit Timah Plaza, the Beauty World, the Bukit Timah Food Centre. But of course, for schools-wise, you have your Pei Hwa Presbyterian Primary School, which is one of the very well-known school in this part of Singapore. And of course, for tertiary education, then you have your very famous Ngee Ann Polytechnic that's just right across the road. So this whole entire area is made up, and I would say this is basically more of the whole Beauty World area. And I think people are all coming to this part because I think you're close to nature, that's one thing. But you, of course, at one point, you also have a lot of amenities that's right around you, and schools-wise as well. Yep. So I think
it's a very good blend of like forest and city living. Yeah, definitely a very good balance.
Yeah. So now let's go and show you the site model. So the moment you come and see this site model, you'll be wondering that, wow, my goodness, there's so many units. I mean, after all, it's 732 units, right?
Exactly.
What are the different type of like mixture? So in fact, they have 4 different type of categories, right? So the first category will be creek side.
Correct, creek side, and then there's also the horizon, as well as treetops. So for treetops itself, it's a more premium. There's only like 15 units under the treetops collection, and of course the Reserve Residences by itself.
So over here on this
over
schematic diagram, you can see that they have 4 different categories. So as we mentioned, the creekside, reserve, horizon, and treetops. So there's actually a very easy way to know which are the ones that's available. So creekside would actually refers to the lower blocks, which I will show it to you later on as site model. These lower blocks, the whole entire thing is called creekside.
Correct.
Reserve residences will be all the normal units, right, in the, I would say the mid-tower blocks lah.
The reserve residences, yeah. So it's the mid-tower and also the high-rise towers.
High-rise as well.
Correct. So basically these 2 blocks. So I think it's really interesting how they split them into 3 different kind of blocks that suits different kind of profile and your different preferences.
But this block is connected all together via the 17 level 17 Sky Terrace. So it's all interconnected.
Yeah.
Then of course you have your horizon blocks. Horizon would actually be
the 3 and 4 bedder.
Yeah, the 3 and the 4 bedders, which is actually located. There's a color code denote. It's basically a white color. Later I'll show it to you on the side model as well.
Yeah.
Then treetops is the one that's more premium.
Exactly. So for
15
treetops,
units.
exactly, only 15 units, and it's only on level 4, level 17, and level 32, which is the penthouse.
Level
so level 4 you can
4,
see over here, level 4.
Level 4.
Yeah. So we have a few
Level
units
17
available.
and level
32.
which is the penthouse unit.
Exactly. So the penthouse unit is also the 5-bedroom unit lah.
Correct. So as you can see from this schematic diagram, right? So many sold already.
Exactly.
31
95%.
units.
Yeah.
So I think they have done fairly well. Today we are here to promote the remaining units. As you can see over here, which is in stack 115. In fact, my personal favorite is actually this stack because it has the most beautiful view of the whole entire Bukit Timah Nature Reserve.
Exactly.
And if you follow our videos, I usually will share that sometimes if you have a very nice view of the nature reserve, certain part of the Singapore, right? You have a very nice view of nature reserve, then likely you'll be compromised by the evening sun because of the geographical location of where you are located. So whichever where you are, so I always say that if, let's say for example you're at the eastern part of Singapore and you have a very nice city view, for example, then definitely you get evening sun.
Yeah.
So it is something that you probably would have to, compromise in a way.
Exactly.
Right, but you get a view, but of course you only get maybe 3 hours of evening sun. Yeah. But after all, I'll show it to you later on the side diagram. This is the whole entire, I would say the split of the projects, right? So let's bring you to the whole entire site model. So when you come to see this site model, this is the part where we probably got to explain to you what you'll be expecting. So far, the reserve residences is actually a mixture of residential and service apartments.
Correct.
So
this part itself is the service apartment. So I think the good thing is that for the residents of reserve residences, you don't need to worry about having to share facilities with them. So they do have their own separate facilities for the service apartment.
Which is right on the top here.
Yeah, correct. Yeah.
So you can see this very interesting towering block. It just reminds me of Shangri-La Sentosa.
Oh yeah,
kind of like structure. Yeah, Rasa Sentosa kind of like layout.
Yeah.
But this is a service apartment. But otherwise, the whole entire residential portion will be on this part. Where, Barry, if I may invite you to stand over here to have the viewers this viewpoint. This is the part where you can see that it's being split in between by these very beautiful enormous water bodies. You have your 50 meters lap pool, your family pool, your aqua cove, and according to the developers, all in, if you add up together, it's about pretty much about close to about 100 meters of water bodies. And plus the fact that we're having these water bodies in the middle, it actually allows you to have a very good separation between the blocks. It gives you more wind flow. It gives you, when you are walking along the facilities, that you doesn't really feel very claustrophobic.
Exactly.
It doesn't feel that buildings are very close to one another.
I think a good thing also that because of such a good size project, right, in terms of facilities, there's like over 60 facilities available.
So much.
Yeah, so on top of the pool, which is the main area that you saw over here, which is actually located on level 5, there's also key things to note is like the various function room. Yeah, so you definitely not to worry about, if you want to host events and parties. And in fact, I think earlier on, some of them shared with us that in the middle, the 2 function room, you can even open up if you're hosting a bigger party. Yeah, and I think another key thing that I personally really like is that around here, right, you have a 600-meter jogging track. That's larger than our normal stadium size, which is about 400 meters.
So you can see around here. So all these pathways, these are all the jogging paths. So it's actually along the whole entire perimeters. And plus the fact that it gives you elevation also.
Exactly.
Yeah, so it's not like
training.
So it's not like a flat running, right? So you can run along this path. It goes up to level 6. This is level 5. It goes down to level 4. So this is the whole entire 600 plus meters.
Correct.
In fact, I mean, if you think that this is amateur to you, Bukit Timah Nature Reserve is for you, man.
Yeah, that one you can go for longer distance.
But of course, you have your childcare center right here as well.
Yeah,
So the
over
childcare
here.
center is just right over here. This will be managed by the mall. So it will be part of the whole entire reserve residences building. So you have your malls at the bottom, you have your childcare center, you have your supermarket, and you have your transport nodes. I think this is really fantastic, and it definitely deserves the whole entire integrated development.
I think earlier on, Wayne also mentioned about the future link bridge. So where we are standing, this is actually the future link bridge which will be built by the government. So in the future, they are actually going to revamp the Bukit Timah market as well. So that this side of it, which is after the link bridge, right, is going to become like an integrated facility with your community center, then your revamped market. So I think in terms of the convenience and the amenities, there's definitely no shortage at all.
Yes, correct. So just now we mentioned something about called the horizon blocks, right?
Yes,
horizon units,
horizon
not really the
units.
blocks.
Yeah.
So you notice when you look at the whole entire site model, right, you have all these units that's being, I would say, bordered by this white color frame. So all these are what they call the horizon units. Then those units that you see in the middle in a towering block, which is like all dark color theme. So those are they call the reserve residences units. So it's very easy for you to know which unit types are you looking at. The creek side will be the ones that's all along that lower blocks. So over there, Kambari, all that lower blocks, these are all called creek side, right? So except for that white color perimeter, so these are all horizon. So this is the ones that you have a 3-bedder and a 4-bedder, right?
Correct.
So come follow us over here in this part. So this is the part where probably I think is more like the main, this is along Upper Bukit Timah Road. So this is the main road that you will get. Opposite you have your Shell petrol kiosk station. This will be where your main entrance going in, your retail playground, and right around over here in this area, this is a bus interchange entrance. Yeah, so you notice that the bus interchange entrance is actually away from the residence entrance and the commercial mall retail entrance, which is on the other side along the Jalan Anak roadside. Okay, so in fact, it really looks gorgeous,
Yes,
luxury,
exactly.
very mysterious kind of
Yeah.
like look, the whole entire dark theme.
Correct. I like that, like in between the levels, like at the Sky Terrace, you know, all these, right, are also gardens and areas that, you know, you can hang out with your friends and your family members as well. If let's say you don't want to just stay within your unit, you can, there's a lot of place where you can venture into. There's like dining pavilion all over. In fact, you see all these little blocks here, right, it's like the dining pavilion, and on top of each of the blocks, like in this area, you can also see there's the Vista Garden, yeah. And then there's also working pots on the level 17. So the Tembusu living room, that is another function room. So if let's say you don't want to use the function room at the pool level, you can definitely head up to level 17 while enjoy the evening view as well.
And they have another very interesting facility on level 17.
Oh yes, that one we must show them.
Yeah, later on. Alright, so this is actually, since we are on this side model, I just want to show it to you. As you have seen from the elevation chart, there's a one whole chunk of blue color units that's available for the horizon,
correct.
horizon units. So this is actually located along this particular stack.
Yeah,
So
stack
this
115.
particular stack is called stack 115. In fact, when I first came to this show flat last year, I noticed these two units already, 115 and 116. These two are the 4-bedder units. This unit, especially 115, this is a unit that has a very beautiful view of the whole entire Bukit Timah Nature Reserve, the Rifle Range Road, you know.
Correct.
But of course, having that view will definitely give you that evening sunset view. So as I mentioned earlier on, you know, you have to compromise in one way or another. So you get a very beautiful sunset view, you get a very nice nature reserve unblocked view as well. All the units from level 18 all the way to the top floors, this particular stack is still available. It's still available at the time of filming.
Yeah. I think in general in Singapore, right, if you do want to enjoy whether it's a nature view or you want to enjoy like a sea view, right, there's definitely some compromise you need to make. Like for example, let's say along in District 15, those that are facing towards the sea, you're also facing towards PIE. So, you know, there might be some, not PIE, ECP.
ECP, yeah.
ECP. Sorry, new driver. ECP. Yeah, correct. So what we're trying to say here is that, you know, there's definitely, if you want great views in Singapore, generally the landscape is like that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So this is something that you can take note of as well. We'll share with you more later on the show flat unit. They have it right there as well. So coming along this Jalan Anak Road, Jalan Anak Bukit Road, right? So this is the one that you have your main residence entrance, and you have a separate commercial and service residence entrance. So by having these two entrances is great because you basically divert traffic. You do not have one single entrance that basically serves both the malls and the residents. Sometimes it will cause some jams, right?
Exactly.
As reported in some of the news articles. Residence entrance, when you drive in, you will be going upwards in terms of the car park. So once you go in at level 4, you will probably go to...
This one,
is level
I
3.
think it's level 3.
Sorry, you go to level 3, you
Yeah.
go to level 4 and level 5.
That would be the car park for the residents.
Residents.
Yeah. So whereas, right, for the commercial and service residence entrance, right, the car park actually goes down. So it goes down to level 2 and level 1.
That's right.
Yeah. So I think this separation is definitely good and it provides this kind of like premium. Yeah.
Different type of parkings
Correct,
available.
exactly.
And if you notice the whole entire landscape of this whole land right here, Jalan Anak Bukit is actually on a higher land, whereas Upper Bukit Timah Road is actually on a lower land. That's the reason why when you come in here, it's on level 3, whereas on the other side, where all the residents the people can walk through the mall, that will be level 1, which is the street level. The other part where I want to bring it to you, show it to you as well, remember when I first mentioned at the start of this video, reserve residences location is just right beside PIE. And naturally you will always have that stigma, thinking about noise, noise pollution and stuff like that. The developer Far East have done a very beautiful job, a great job here.
Yeah.
They have done a profile of PIE. So this little acrylic sheet, this is the profile of PIE. What is the profile of PIE? This refers to the height of the PIE expressway. Notice the height of the expressway right here. The development is already cleared, right? Even a car park is already cleared on the height of the PIE.
Yeah.
Plus the car park's level, the main level of Creekside, this is on level 6. And when developer develops and design the units for the Creekside units, right, they design it in a way whereby the back of the units, these are usually the kitchen areas, the yard area.
Correct.
So your main living quarters will be facing towards the inner
Internal
development,
view.
which is a very smart move
Yeah.
because they know this will always be the problem, right? And that's the reason why when the architect design the layout unit, they make sure that the living quarters are not at the back, that's facing towards the expressway, right? Plus also the fact that they have all these gen set, your bus interchange gen set, residential gen set, commercial, so all these are fronting towards the expressway. So these are usually the part where you do not want to be exposed to, and these are the ones that they usually use it to shield.
I think
Over
they
here,
created a very good buffer also.
Very,
Because like
very
you
good
can see
buffer.
even the car park, right? It's like level 4, this is level 4, level 5, and your resident unit only start at level 6. Yeah. So this like additional buffer for the potential noise also.
yeah. I mean, of course, at the back you have your very nice big tennis court. You have a half basketball court there as well. So these are all facilities that is for the residents because the service apartment users will have their own facilities on the rooftop. Right, and then of course on the top of this Creekside, you have all your community gardens, your all your different, what is that?
Cabanas.
Wow, it's so much
Succulent
gardens right around there. So you can really see that this whole entire development is flushed by a lot of greens, a lot of convenience as well. And what I also understood from a developer is that every floor of the Creekside units, quite exclusive. In terms of service, private lifts, right, you have these two units, this unit and this unit, the 4-bedder and the 3-bedder, these two units having their own private lift. But the remaining units over here, they are actually being served with 2 lifts per level. And per level, there are only 2 units. So in a way, you basically get your own private lift because when you walk out, you have 2 units per level. You walk out, you have 2 lifts as well.
Yeah.
And then you have only 6 units serving you for the whole entire block. So in a way, it's also pretty premium in the way that
Correct.
they design it. Whether do you really want your own private lift inside the house or you want a lift that's on the outside, the community, the common space area, that effectively is also like a private lift. This is actually a very, I would say, signature project of the whole entire Upper Bukit Timah area.
Correct.
Perch, common driveway area. This is also one of the biggest function room that they have over here as well. So right at the main entrance area. So with that, shall we go up to the show flat units to show it to you? So the developers have actually done 4 units for Showflat, but of course the 4 units, the 2 units are actually part of the reserve residences collection, which have already been fully sold, which is on here and here. So we will head up to the upper level to show you the whole entire 3-bedder and 4-bedder units. So let's head up from the staircase right here.
Staircase, okay.
Come. So they have also very nice pots over here for discussions, a lot of greens. You can see that the whole entire Showflat is flooded with greens. So since we are here, right, Bari, let's show the audience this whole entire site. This is where the whole entire reserve residences will sit. You can see that the whole entire land elevation is a bit upwards as well. So we are more towards the upper Bukit Timah area side. So from what I understand, you see all this container, this whole entire container, this is basically where the service apartments will be. Then the main residence area will be where all the cranes and all the stuff there.
In fact, this show flat itself will be
removed
soon, as this is part of the site as well.
Yeah. So as you come up to the second level, this is where you will see the facilities deck. This is where we want to show it to you what you get from the top, the high floor, the 17th floor
the Sky Terrace area.
Units.
Oh, the facility that we really wanted to share with everyone.
We didn't show just now.
We didn't show it just now. Now we can show you. Yeah, so it's actually the Vista Gym. So you can zoom in over here. So this is actually located on level 17. Why we want to highlight this is because this entire gym itself is actually standing at 120 square meters.
It's
so
huge.
It's huge. It has
120 square meters is about 1,300 plus square feet.
Close
which
to
is
1 tree. Close
about
to
1 4-room condo
5-room
today.
4-room
condo.
4-room condo today.
Yeah, 5-room flat also have already.
Correct.
So it's a very large
sizable.
Gym. Plus the fact that it also gives you a very nice aerial view.
Yeah.
From what I understand, you can even see the city
here.
view as well.
Yeah, the illustration. So also on level 17, I think earlier on we did highlight about the additional function room. Yeah. So there's a lot of like work pods in the whole space as well. You can see over there the working pods.
These are all the nest. The nest pod will be here. These are all the ones, all the circular ones. You can see that. You can see that with the change in the whole entire lifestyle of people nowadays, they would like this kind of like individual kind of like areas or you know, where they want to, if they, let's say they do not want to work from home, they want to go down to the facilities level, they also have the little private area for them to do work.
Correct.
Even for some little discussion with the friends, chit-chat with the friends as well. So these are all very nice areas.
Yeah, even all these little like pots, right?
Pavilions, right?
Yeah, all these little, it's a dining pavilion. Yeah, so I think if you want to, you know, bring your dinner somewhere else, I think these are options for you also while you are staying in reserve residences.
So that is actually the creek side. Creek side will be the lower floor units, the top area as well. So you can also see there's also a couple of gardens as well. They also have like dining pavilion that's fronting towards the inner part of the whole entire development. So you can see that it's actually very nicely done in a way.
I like that it's all very well spread out. So it's not like, you know, if you're staying at Creekside, you have to go to the reserve residences block, then you are able to enjoy the facilities.
But of course, if you want to use that 120 square meters gym, then you have to go over to the reserve residences side. Let's show you the 3-bedder units right now. So the 3-bedder units that we're going to show you on this particular show flat. This is actually the normal units on the upper, the lower rise, but it's not on the ground floor units because the remaining units right now in the creek side is actually the low floor units.
Correct.
The low floor units. So the difference, what is the difference in the low floor units versus the higher floor units as what you see in the show flat is generally the balcony space. So on the lower floor units, we call it on level 6, right? They basically call it a PES space.
Correct.
So the PES space will be slightly bigger from what we understood. It will be slightly wider. So you push out a little bit more from what you see over here. And the whole entire length will span the whole entire unit. So you will cover 1 bedroom, the living room, and another 2 bedrooms all the way to that side. So you will have one long PES
like
space.
An elongated PES space.
Yes.
So I think what's great is that I think if you want to enjoy like an alfresco dining, you can even shift your entire dining set outside.
You can shift the whole entire
living room.
So you have a huge space. I mean, of course, for pet lovers,
Yes.
you will love this space. Your pets can roam around freely. If you are a cyclist or you are an outdoor person, you want to
Yes.
do some bike maintenance, you know, you can always wheel your bikes in right here. You can do your cleaning
Easily.
right over here as well.
Correct.
So there's a lot of usabilities for a big patio space.
Exactly.
Not
Yeah.
necessarily that, you know, it's like a wasted space.
Yeah.
If you have a lot of if you have green fingers and you like to
Yes.
do a lot of gardenings, you know, these are spaces
This
that
would be
is really
perfect, yeah.
it's really you know, you can't really get that, right? Because you have your a very big space for you to do so much things that you want. You can even push or you can also have like a extension of space. And personally, I like bedrooms with sliding doors. Why? Because
So you have access directly towards the PES space.
exactly the space. So as you know, bedroom space is pretty confined in a way. lah. So usually you go by 7 square meters,
Yeah.
8 square meters, 9 square meters, and usually it's like a window. But once you have a door and you open up that door,
It's
you
true,
can
it really
see-
feel very
you can,
spacious.
you can feel that the whole entire
Yeah.
bedroom space gets bigger. You know, the whole entire, it doesn't really feel constrained, and it really feels that the space has becomes big. I think that's very important.
Correct.
That's my personal favorite. I mean, I really love bedrooms with balcony doors because it doesn't really feel very confined inside
And
there.
anytime, you know, you feel like stepping out to get some fresh air, you can do that. You don't need to walk out from your main door.
Correct. So this is the 3-bedder unit. All the floor tiles that you get inside here except the 3 tops units,
correct.
all of them are all called the porcelain tiles. And porcelain tiles, this is what we call the matte kind of like porcelain tiles because you don't really see a shine. Only the 3 tops units will get marble
tiles. Yeah.
That's the only difference. And 3 tops are generally very exclusive.
Correct.
Because you only get
More
15
premium.
units out of the whole entire 732.
Exactly, yeah.
Right. Living hall space, definitely when you walked in over here, you can really feel the difference really. Yeah, the living hall space over here, it really feels, you know, this is really a wide living hall
I
space.
think the ceiling height is also something to take note of. So over here, you have a very good ceiling height of about 3.2 meters.
3.2, yeah, correct.
3.2 meters. So, and I think what is really good is that you can see in terms of this 3-bedder layout, right? It's actually like a dumbbell concept whereby you do have your living space in the middle and then one bedroom towards one side and the other bedrooms towards the other side. So this kind of layout is good for people who want like privacy, you know, if you have like, you're staying like a 3-gen, so you want like a separate private space, I think this would be good.
Yeah, and usually when it comes to design, I think lately I've been saying that in 2023, 2024, especially in the year of 2024, I've seen a lot of new launches with a lot of dumbbell layouts. And I think the developers also recognize the fact that by having a dumbbell layout, probably I can save a lot more space for internal. You know, like let's say for example in this particular unit, you can see that it's dumbbell layout, right?
Yeah.
Number one thing you realize that the foyer into the bedroom is actually very small already. It reduces quite significantly because otherwise you'll have a very long foyer that walks all the way into the bedroom areas. This is the junior master. You have the master right there. I'll show you the junior master first.
Yeah.
Alright, so this is the junior master. So the moment you walked in over here, I think this is the ID finishing that they have done. I'm not too sure whether is this ID finishing. I think this
think it
should be. This could be ID finishing or
ID
correct, ID
treatment,
treatment.
yeah.
So basically you have a little nook area over here. So this is the developer has shown you like what you can done.
Yeah, but it's quite smart because like, it's like this little vanity top, that you can place here. Maybe you even put like a mirror over here.
Yeah,
you can do your makeup before you step right outside the bedroom.
Correct. So the moment you step in here, of course, this is the junior master
Ensuite,
bathroom.
yeah, correct.
Ensuite, it's definitely a very good size. You get all the premium finishing like Hans Grohe. You have your rain shower that's already installed. You have all this practical space that developers have done. So you have no one wasted space. Even under the sink, you also have cabinetries that's already been done up as well. Hans Grohe's mixer. You have your Duravit sink. This is also by Geberit, which is a very good renowned European brand as well. So all these are very, very top finishing that they even put into the 3-bedders.
Yeah.
Yanyan will show you the space,
Bedrooms.
the living
Yeah,
space,
correct.
the bedroom space for the
Exactly.
junior master.
Yeah. So I think one thing to take note also when you're at a new launch show flat is to take note of all these little labels that is actually placed at different parts of the room so that you can tell, you know, what is the material. So for instance, like the flooring itself in this 3-bedder unit, in the bedroom is actually engineered timber wood, and then then you can see that the window is the aluminium frame glass sliding door. So I think coming into the junior master ensuite, right? Something that I really like is like what Wayne mentioned earlier on, the direct access to the private enclosed space. That's really good. And of course, again, same ceiling height of 3.2 meters. So later on, we will head on to the opposite side whereby you can see how you can leverage on this 3.2 meter ceiling height to create an interior design that fits your preferences. Yeah. So of course, cabinet space, very good 2-panel of wardrobe space over here for your clothing needs. Yeah. So all this is really
Interior is
provided
also
for.
laminated as well.
Correct. So I think the entire design is very well thought out. Yeah. Let's head on outside to the dining area.
So this dining area is very standard. I mean,
Yeah.
usually you see developers, they will
L-shape,
just do one little L shape.
Then on the storage kind.
Correct. So it's just to maximize space.
Exactly.
It's nothing wrong with that. It's just to show you that actually a space. But even if you were to put in, let's say, a small little rectangle table right over here, I think generally you will still not exceed these particular tile. So you
Yeah.
still get about 1.2 meters of walking distance.
Correct.
This is about this tile is 120 by 60. So you get about 160 cm of walking space right over here.
Yeah.
If you were to minus away the dining area, this will be the main entrance. This will be the main
Yeah, the
entrance.
main entrance.
Okay, so maybe over here I'll show it to you. So this is actually the main door. So this main door, when you walked in over here, immediately you will have a DB box that is right over here. So this DB box is very standard. You will have like shoe cabinetries that is done up. They have two sides for your shoe cabinetries. You have also a window over here for ventilation.
I think because of the space here, right, if you want additional, like a stand-alone kind of cabinet, I think you can do that also for your shoe.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct. So of course here will be the kitchen.
Yeah.
So joining us into the kitchen, of course, this is also a very nice feature that they've done up. So instead of like a
Correct.
swing door,
Yeah.
usually a pocket door, the benefit of having that is actually it saves space.
Exactly, yeah, as compared to like a swing door. So over here you have your kitchen countertop space. So all the fittings you can see, all the fixtures is all by SMAC as well. Built-in oven, yeah. So the cooker hood hob. So you do
even
have
have
your
a-
dish rack.
This drying rack
Yeah,
right here
correct.
as well. Yeah.
Of course, towards my left-hand side, you also have the fridge by SMAC as well.
So it's
Very
all,
good
it's all done
size.
in washer dryer combined as well by
Correct.
SMAC.
Behind. Oh, this is an additional like a WC. Yeah, so it's actually placed nicely at the corner over here. Then, of course, adjacent to it, you do have your household shelter. So pretty standard size household shelter. So of course you can, because of the placement being it as part of the kitchen, right? You can definitely use it as like a dry pantry area.
Exactly. So I would say that the whole entire design is pretty smart. This is also very nicely done. Condiments tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you can see that when developers do this sort of things, they thought through the whole entire thought process, like
Correct.
the people that's using it, what are the things that's being needed, instead of just having just a plain cupboards, they have done all this up.
I think this is also the Creekside collection, right? So this is the part whereby, remember earlier on when we showed the side model, we were saying that all the Creekside collection, the
Kitchen.
facing, yes, correct, it's actually towards the
PIE.
PIE, it's actually opposite here. So that means, you don't actually get the road noise coming into your main living area.
Yeah.
It's all towards in the kitchen.
Correct. So it's actually a very nicely done design by a developer. So now on to the two remaining bedrooms for these
That's
three-bedder
right.
units. The first bedroom is the one that you will see the ID finishing that they've done up. Because of this 3.2 meter ceiling height, right, you are able to create this kind of loft concept.
Yeah.
But generally, you can see that developers have done this room to be more like for the children kind of like room, where at the bottom this will be like the study area, and then of course at the top here, with all these safety features that are done up, this will be basically their sleeping quarters lah.
Correct. I mean, if you have more children, this could jolly well be, for two of your kids,
Correct.
right?
So you
one
got
at the
a
bottom, one at the top.
Bunk bed style
Yeah,
lah.
bunk bed style.
Yeah, and because of this kind of like ceiling height, it definitely it doesn't really feel like claustrophobic. It doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel like it's weighing down on you. The other thing about this unit is that, okay, so for all the remaining units for the Creekside, you will have a sliding balcony door for all the bedrooms.
That's on the level 6.
Level 6
the
units.
on level
So
6.
all the units that you're going to get from the Creekside 3-bedders, you will have a sliding balcony door, which is even better as well. So when the moment you can head out, you come in, the space itself is also, very generous.
Yeah, correct.
Now, opposite the common
common bathroom.
bedroom,
Yeah.
with the common bathroom.
Correct. I think also same premium fittings. You have all your Hans Grohe tap, on the rain shower. Yeah, correct. And all this Duravet.
And one thing I also shared before as well, like because most of the three bedders, if you are familiar with, when you buy a three bedders, usually three bedders will come with 2 bathrooms, right? So you have basically mainly like a 3 bedrooms over here. You have 1 common bathroom that serves both the common bedroom and then 1 master bathroom, right? Usually for 3 bedders design.
Yeah.
But the moment you get a junior master kind of like concept, so when you walked in, regardless of whether it's a 4-bedder junior master or it's a 3-bedder junior master, that is the time when you get 3 bathrooms.
Exactly.
For 3 bedrooms.
Yeah, so that
this
means-
is like a 3-bed, 3
Yeah,
bath.
correct. So essentially, this common bedroom where Barry is standing at right now, you technically have exclusive usage to this
Correct.
common bathroom.
So this is something that you have to take note of as well. So that's also the beauty of different type of floor plans and design. So the moment you get a junior master in your unit, you know that you have 1 extra bathroom already.
Yeah, correct.
So that's the nice things about this quick side unit. So 3-bedder, 3 bathroom,
Yeah.
1 junior master, 1 common, and this will be the master bedroom.
Master bedroom.
Yeah. So you have a little private walk-in, it's pretty standard, usually to segregate the space
Correct.
for the master
Yeah.
and privacy as
Yeah,
well.
and I like that, like the door over here, right? Although right over there is a living area, it doesn't open up and straight away see your bed.
Correct.
Yeah, it actually faces towards the cabinet area first, so you definitely have your privacy. So lots of storage space.
I would say that decent kind of like storage space. They lock it.
Oh.
Yeah. Decent kind of storage space, I would
I
say
think because of the size, right? I think if you want to put in like additional cabinet, you can definitely maybe
you might have
place
to do
like
some
a countertop or
yeah, maybe a
because this
small
one
one.
is ID treatment,
Yeah,
ID
correct.
treatment, yeah.
So
on this one.
maybe the entrance will be even bigger as well. I mean, the space will be bigger there.
Correct,
But this is definitely a king size bed. Very good distance right here. And then, of course, for the remaining units of Creekside,
Yeah.
balcony door that head out into the pest area.
Correct.
Yeah, but otherwise, you notice that because of this high ceiling height, they are able to do this kind of like ID
Curved,
treatment for
yeah.
curve. Yeah, and then opposite right over here, this will be the master bathroom.
I like that all the bathrooms are very sizable. Yeah,
Master
good
bathroom
size, yeah.
comes with a Toto washlet.
This is a very good highlight, important.
Amazing. So the kind of like luxury, the things that they throw in even for 3-bedder units. You get rain shower by Hans Grohe. This is also one of their later models, if I'm not wrong. This is a little nook in an area for your
Toiletries.
your lotions and stuff. So all these are also nicely done up as well. You can see that I will say that they never scrimped on terms of design. This is really, you maximize already.
Right.
Right. So now let's head on to the 4-bedder unit, which is the last
4-bedder.
remaining units
Yes.
that we're going to show you to you in terms of show flat. So the 4-bedders unit, this will be the one that is in stack number 115.
115.
So that is part of the Horizon stacks. So the Horizon stacks, as we mentioned, is basically a collection of 3-bedder and a 4-bedder. So this 4-bedder is the one that comes with a private lift inside there. And this is also the remaining stacks that's available.
Correct.
And in my opinion, the stack that has the best view.
Exactly.
Right. So coming in here, once you step up from the staircase, coming up to these show flat units, of course, this is not your usual entrance. This is the balcony entrance.
Aluminium balcony
Yeah.
screen.
But probably let's start from your real entrance.
Correct,
Come,
correct.
Bari.
From the private lift.
So the moment you come back home from your private lift, you will step into this space. Yeah, the lift is coming. Yeah, so the moment you step out from this space, you will be greeted with this dining and living hall space. So this whole entire space will feel very grand. The way that the developer designed it, the architect designed it, is that they want to create this space really for you to host your friends. So it's really like the whole entire dining area right here, living. The space distance is also about 4.3
Yeah,
meters
4.3,
wall to wall. Right, and this show flat unit is actually 116 stack. So the unit that you can purchase at 115 stack is actually a mirror image. Mirror image, which means that when you walked in, your bedrooms will be on the left side, the kitchen will be on the right side. Whereas for the show flat unit, the bedrooms is on the opposite, which is like on the right side, and the kitchen on the left side.
Correct.
So this is the dry kitchen. Everything that you see over here, except all this,
All the
I mean, basically the
fittings,
fittings like
Yeah.
your wine chiller, your sink right here, even
This
this
top
cabinetries,
Yeah.
these are all given.
Correct.
Done by developer. That's the beauty of buying a new launch, right? You basically you don't have to spend so much money in terms of the renovation.
Exactly.
You walked in over here, this will be your wet kitchen,
Yeah, again,
separated
sliding.
by a
This
pocket door.
Pocket door. Yeah.
And of course, for a 4-bedder, of course, you get more premium things, right? So you get
Correct.
what? Dishwasher,
Dishwasher. Yeah.
microwave
Correct.
right here
Yeah.
as
All these are
well.
also by Smack, so
All by
definitely good brand. Yeah.
You get a bigger sink as well because you cook more, you need to wash more. You get a bigger sink right here. You have windows for ventilation.
Correct.
Double door Smack fridge.
The fridge is bigger too.
And also, probably you also want to have a better separation of a
Correct.
washer and a dryer as well. So this is available for 4-bedder units.
And it's good that they already built this space that's meant for like the laundry area.
Correct.
Correct.
So of course, standing behind me, this is the
Household shelter.
right. So this is the unique thing. So I will let
Correct.
Ian share with you.
Yeah.
This
So
is the
over
flexi.
Here, exactly. So over here is actually what they call the flexi space. So you can see actually over there, right, that would be like the service door. So if you have like deliveries coming, it would be via this door. So this space itself, right, they actually catered for this space for 3 ideas that you can have. Whether you want it to be like a helper's room, or you want to use this area as a gym area, or even use this as like a work from home, like a study area. So I think the good thing is that, you know, AC has already been installed over at this area as well, and you do have a little WC over here. So I think this space, like the name suggests, flexi space, it depends on what you need, your preferences, and then you can build it to your own liking. Yeah, so now let's head on back outside and check out the living area. So I think earlier on when we step out of the lift, besides looking at this very beautiful living, dining, elongated space, right, I think what the developer has built very nicely and very well thought out is the separation of zoning. Like this is like the hosting zone, and then you do have a separate, let's say the cooking zone, and then your rest zone is all tucked towards one side. Yeah, so I think this separation is good. So you know when you need to rest, you really properly rest. You go back to your bedrooms.
And if you're hosting your friends, then you don't really disturb the people that's in the bedrooms
Correct.
as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is the balcony area. And one thing also that the developer has shared with us is that when they do the whole entire design, when it comes even down to the design elements, right, as all building types, they have all these kind of like pillars and columns and stuff like that, right?
Correct.
The developers and architect has made it a point that all these kind of like big structural items are all being pushed outwards out of the unit. So one of them is you can see over here, like this one, right? So this is also like one of the whole entire structure. They actually push it outwards so that within the unit you don't really get too much of this kind of structural like columns and the beams that's like,
Within the
obstructing your whole entire
Yeah.
ID finishing.
Correct. Another thing to note is that for the reserve residences itself, right, it's actually built on traditional method. So it's non-PPVC. So PVC stands for prefabricated, pre-finished, volumetric construction. So
Correct.
basically, it's like the little like modular blocks that is being prefabricated and then
Lego blocks.
Like Lego blocks, correct. Yeah. So for reserve residences, it's not built that way. It's built the traditional way. So the good thing about building it the traditional way is that generally you get a better ceiling height, and also there are some walls that you may be able to hack. So in a way, if you are someone who prefer this kind of flexible plan, maybe let's say you want to see whether your floor plan you're able to hack away some of the wall to elongate or enlarge your living space, then that's something that you can consider doing for
Correct.
non-PPVC constructions.
Right, you have you can knock down the dry walls lah, but
Yeah.
of course you get your ID to do all the checks
Correct.
first.
Yeah.
So this view that you get from this balcony, this is the one in stack number 115 will be fronting towards the Bukit Timah Nature Reserve. Your treetop.
Facing towards north. Yeah.
Yeah, correct. Your correct the rifle range area lah. So this is north view. So now let's
Head
head
on to
into the second zone. You get 2 ACs right here. So this is the zone where they mentioned. So this is like your transitional zone, right? So what you call a transitional zone? So this is the main living area. your guests, everybody, this is basically where all the action is. You transition to a quieter area. This, after you pass into this zone, you enter into the bedrooms area. So this area is what you have seen here. They have done it in a way that it's like, maybe you can do it like a study area, or if let's say you play musical instruments at home, like piano, this can be a piano corner as well. So it is a very nice way of how they do it in a way, to maximize the whole entire space, the design, and it's very lifestyle driven.
I think even if you want to place like a whole drum set, I think you may be able to, because the size is quite big.
Yeah, exactly. So this is like your transitional. If you want to do some little finishing, ID finishings to create a zone, you can even do up like a little closed door right here as well, a sliding door, just to close off and to demarcate the two zones.
And I think because this one, right, what we're seeing here, this shelving is all ID treatment. So essentially your space is all the way over until here.
To the wall.
Yeah, to the wall.
So this is the 4-bedder units. You get 4 bedrooms, and interestingly, all the 4 bedrooms are all flanked on this side. So it's like little U shape, right? So the master is right here. Let's show you the common bedrooms first. So you have 1 bathroom over here. So 1, 2, which is like the junior master. And once again, as I mentioned, right, once you get a junior master, you get 1 extra bathroom. Because usually 4-bedders, some of them you get 2 bathrooms.
Yeah, some of them
right, which is, I mean, I won't say it's pathetic, but you basically have 3 common bedrooms sharing the 1 common bathroom. But now you get 1 junior master right here, you get 1 extra bathroom. So this is basically maybe for your parents, that will be staying with you, or you have a grown child that wants to have their own zone.
And naturally, like for 4-bedder units, buyers, the profile, generally you might have a bigger family size, right? So you don't want to be fighting over bathrooms.
Correct, especially in the morning.
Yes, exactly.
The rush hour.
Yeah.
So when you come into this junior master, I think this is very similar to what you see earlier on. So you get your nook, rain shower, you get your normal Duravit, kind of like Gerberit, kind of like washer. So not washer, WC.
WC.
Correct. And these are all the Hans Grohe mixer set and Duravit. So these are very standard features that you get in a bathroom. Junior master, I would say, is pretty decent size. This is the queen size bed, but of course, they push it slightly closer towards the window because they need to have, they factor in a little bedside table right there.
Yeah.
But otherwise, if you want to put in a super single size bed, I think it's still very good size.
Yeah.
This is the queen size, little walking area right over here. You get more space.
Yeah, behind Wayne there's even a vanity countertop as well. Yeah, so of course, if let's say you do not need this kind of space, then you can definitely expand out your entire walking area around here.
Correct. So this is the junior master, showing you the common bedroom. So this is the common bedroom right over here.
I think the good thing about all the bedrooms flanked towards one side is that I think they intentionally place it this way such that all the occupiers in all of these rooms are able to enjoy the beautiful view towards the nature reserve.
Correct. And you notice the design of the bedrooms, the windows. Nowadays, you are starting to see a lot of this kind of trending, where the middle piece, they don't have the horizontal bar across.
Correct.
So this is like one single piece of window that allows you to have a much better view. So there's no this is the ugly bar.
It doesn't block your view.
Yeah, correct. But of course, by having done that, it means that this piece is fixed. So you only have this left and the right piece that can actually opens up. But otherwise, the common bedroom, this is pretty, I would say that this, I think, is the slightly bigger of the common bedroom. The other one on the other side is a bit smaller.
Yeah. But let's say all the bedrooms can comfortably still fit a queen size bed.
Yeah, so this is the one that you can see that they actually did a bit of different design. So they have a single size bed right here.
Yeah.
So by having a single size bed, of course, then you get a lot of space here. You
can sit down.
So this is like a little musical corner that they have done up. You have a study table right there as well. So this is the smallest common bedroom. So size number 1, you're number 2, then your junior master. Then now, this is the main master bedroom.
Well, I think stepping in, for me as a lady, the first thing I'll notice is the walk-in wardrobe. Change here. Yeah, so I think it's really nice that you have it's like the dual galley like that, but you get dual panel of wardrobe space. So definitely very sizable. And I like that there's all these done up. This one is not ID treatment, right?
These are
provided
done
for.
Up, correct. Just that probably they're for security purposes.
Correct.
They
But
actually,
it's really nice though. You are able to put all your accessories right over here as well. And it's a good placement because it's actually right outside your bathroom also. Yeah. So you can see this is the master ensuite. So you can step in, you can see the master ensuite comes with a bathtub. So definitely very premium. And I think what is really great is that while you're soaking and enjoying a nice bath time, you can still enjoy the beautiful nature reserve view.
Yes, exactly. But having said that, because this is the west sun, so but that's the good thing as well, right? Because why? By having a west sun, you basically get to warm up the whole entire bathroom. You know, humidity is actually very high in Singapore.
Correct.
So it actually dries up the bathroom. So you really don't get any kind of like moisture issue in the bathroom as well.
No moldy, yeah.
You get his and her sink,
Yes, this is
rain
great.
shower. So all this is fantastic. I would say that it's really done up in a way that is very nicely, and it really suits the master that's staying in this unit.
Correct, yeah. And you have a lot of panels of all this cabinet space for your toiletries. So it's really like wall to wall. So definitely no shortage if you have a lot of toiletries that you want to place, and even some like, I don't know, excess toilet rolls and things like that. Yeah, all can be placed here.
And it's also very good that the master bathroom is so airy in terms of the amount of light, because the amount of like windows that they have done up. Because usually for master bathroom, you basically get like half height kind of like windows,
Correct.
you know.
Yeah.
But because of the orientation of this particular unit and the kind of like view, and they know that it's basically like unobstructed kind of view, you know, they are able to go this kind of like full height windows concept.
Yeah, now that you mention, it's very rare to see a bathroom that has like a floor to ceiling kind
it's
of
very
window
rare.
panel.
Yeah, correct. So of course, because of the shape of it, then you basically get this little corner right here. It really opens for your imagination. You want to do a little study area here as well, you can do that. You want to put in a little armchair here, you can do that as well. You want to put a little reading corner here, it's doable. So it's really down to your own imagination of what you want to do.
Correct.
So you get one single big piece of window here, you get another single big piece of window right here. So the whole amount of light that comes into this bedroom.
A lot of natural lighting.
A lot of natural lighting, right? But of course, I think today's technology is there. You can have like
solar
film,
films,
you can block off all the UV rays.
Correct.
You can have like a good curtain that can actually absorb the heat if there's any that may comes through, right? Otherwise, you get windows for ventilation, lots of walking space. This is a king size bed. A big side table, bedside table there as well. Smaller ones right over here.
But you still can walk very comfortably.
So there's quite a fair bit of units that's still available for this particular unit, level 18 all the way to 32.
31,
right? All the way to 31.
Yeah.
So these are all the 4-bedder units in stack number 115.
Correct.
And from what we understand as well, so the developer is also throwing in extra discount.
Correct.
At the time of filming, right, for the Horizon units, which is this stack number 115, the developer is throwing an extra 1% extra discount all the way till 31st of May 2024. For the Horizon units,
the
Treetops unit is more exclusive, more premium. They are throwing in 2% extra discount.
Exactly.
For the Creekside units, which is the one that you've seen earlier on, the 3-bedders, it's also 1% extra discount on top of the discounts that they are running as well. So it's really bang for bucks. You know, you really get a lot of like incentives, right, to own one of very beautiful piece of development in the Beauty World area.
Exactly. And you're not just getting a beautiful space, you're also enjoying the convenience, the amenities all around here. And it's something that is really very hard to come by.
Correct.
Especially in this Bukit Timah area, right?
Correct.
Yeah.
I think there's not much activities already. I think this is one of the few ones that they are developing.
Correct.
And definitely one of the ones that is the most convenient to the transport nodes and the whole entire transformation in this area.
Yeah.
Right, so with that, we have come to the end of the Reserve Residences Showflat tour. Tour. So if you have any questions or if you want to find out more with regards to the remaining units, we are very happy to share with you more. You know, just hit up, just reach out to us for any of our new launch consultants. We'll be more than happy to share with you the financial analyses, the stacks analyses, and what are the units that's available for Reserve Residences. All right, and with that, thank you very much.
Thank you for joining us. Correct. And do also like and subscribe to our channels if you like what you see. Yeah, so I'm Yan Yan.
My name is Wayne.
PropertyLimBrothers. Always happy to show you the place. See you again.